Hi everyone, I'm Cecily and welcome to my channel, The Lover's Astro and Tarot. This reading is for anyone whose sun, moon, or ascendant is in the seductive sign of Scorpio. Hi my Scorpio singles, I hope you guys are doing good. You guys have a kind of up and down month, but I know you guys are Scorpios, so you're kind of used to it in a sense. Of course, you definitely like things to go 100% your way, but who wouldn't? Towards the beginning of the month, Scorpio, you actually have a large potential for love. So, your first card is actually the Lovers, which is pretty strong. In the Libra reading, the Lovers card also came out as well. And after I got done doing the Libra reading, I shuffled the cards, and as soon as I really started to focus in on Scorpio, the Lovers card flew out of the deck, So, that card is definitely something for you this month, which is a good sign, Scorpio, because you have this fire sign that's directly next to it. And for most of you, I'm going to say this fire sign, because they're in reverse, is most likely somebody that you know, or somebody, I would say for most of you, it's going to be somebody that has been off and on for you. If you're single right now and you don't have anybody in your life, I feel like you're either going to have somebody from the past come back in and try to express themselves to you, or kind of put you on notice that you're still in their sight, in their, in their interest. But also, I think you're going to be in a place where you're really open and interested in making a relationship work the way that it's meant to work. This isn't about drama. This isn't about ego. This is about you really committing and falling for somebody and being able to give your all. Because Scorpio, when you really know that there's potential in a relationship, you give your all and you fall head over heels completely, and you are 100% gone and dedicated to whoever and whatever this person decides to be. So with the Lovers card, you have this creative potential that's there, this romantic creative potential. It says that both of you fit into each other very well. You're the masculine and the feminine, the yin and the yang, and you really do have a way of expressing your love that makes both of you happy and content and really feel each other. Now, the Knight of Wands in reverse it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. One, it's a good thing because it's a night energy, which is really good for you, Scorpio, because it talks about somebody coming into your life, and they're not coming into your life to add perfection to your life, Scorpio. They're coming into your life to shake things up. Whenever you have a knight is usually somebody who makes their presence known very quickly, who really has a strong personality, strong attitude, somebody that can't be unseen or forgotten. And when you have that knight and it's in a fire sign, in a sign of passion, like the Wands card is very much about being able to ride in on your horse, save the day, take the maiden off in a fury of passion, and be the knight in shining armor. Male or female, it's basically that person saying, I know I'm everything you want and need, I'm here to save you. And for some Scorpios that's going to work, but for some Scorpios that's not going to work. And even though you want this person, Scorpio. It's clear that you want this person. They're in reverse, which means they don't necessarily know 100% what they want. And when you have that in a night, it can be very upsetting for the person who's on the other side. Because Scorpio, you're at a point where you're complete, especially with that Lover's card and the Magician. They're both signs of real happiness and love and romance. So this is somebody who's really going to excite you, who's really going to make you feel loved and understood, who's really going to bring out things in you that it's just the epitome of love. But for them, when you have that fire sign in reverse or that wands card in reverse, there are going to be things that are more difficult. You're going to have to deal with the fact that they're very impatient. Also, they might be very immature. And you guys have to really balance it out, which is where that Two of Pentacles comes from. Now, I know I haven't talked about the Magician yet, but the Two of Pentacles in the upright position, I'll show her to you, is actually about making a decision between security and your emotions. Now that's in the upright position. It means you've made a strong choice. You've chosen security. When that card is in reverse, it means that you have not chosen security. It means that you've chosen to go with your emotions, hell or high water. You've decided that this is what's best for you, and the Knight has decided that that's what's best for them as well. So if you're in a situation with somebody in January and they want more security than you have to offer, they will still choose you. They will still kind of come to their senses and get to the place where they're willing to open up, especially with the Lover's card and the Magician, because the Magician shows that you, Scorpio, are capable of creating and majorly manifesting this month. And that's what you're going to do in love. Sometimes we have the potential to manifest things that we want directly and immediately. And this would be a great time for you to do that, Scorpio, as the Magician card comes out mid-month, sometime between the 13th to the 21st. You're going to really want to start to focus on what's yours in the world. And I don't mean just what you want. I mean what's truly and 100% legitimately yours. And right now you feel like that's this person. And for whatever reason, there has been choice and separation and all those things in the way of a relationship for you. And now this is kind of slowly opening up this month, allowing you to get to the space where the Lover's card is really prominent and the Magician is really prominent. Because the major arcana will always take out any sort of issues or problems around a minor arcana card. So overall, you have a really good spread, Scorpio. It's really good for you to take some time and assess what's really important to you and what you really want this month, because if you don't, it's still coming anyway, but you won't really know what to do with it. So the best thing is to be prepared, and for Scorpio, that's really important, because if you're not, you have a tendency to get caught in your emotions. So I'm going to pull an outcome card for you and see what we get. Okay, so your outcome card is actually the King of Pentacles. And what does that say? Well, the King of Pentacles is one of those cards that is dominant and is about security, is about the needs that we have. So what I'm really getting from this reading is there's somebody who's in your life or has been in your life. There's somebody who you there's somebody who you meet towards the beginning of the month, or you talk to towards the beginning of the month, who's already been a lover to you, who's already been someone important to you. And you guys start to recreate that bond because both of you are realizing that you belong to each other. But as that happens, the weight and the responsibility of the world want to crash down on you, but you just refuse to let it because this card is actually in reverse. So both of you decide to take that chance and to put responsibility aside, but towards the end of the month, maybe towards the beginning of February even, one of you or both of you is going to start to have a reality check and get to the place where money becomes important again over love. So you guys are kind of wishy-washy. It's like you create a circumstance where you can have that ultimate love, but since it's not working out in the real world, you decide to run away together and to do whatever you can to make it happen. But once you get out of the situation, even when you're with that person and the love is there, you ultimately realize it's not going to work and you go back to responsibility. So I know that can be difficult, Scorpio, especially when it's something you really want and you're really trying to make happen. If the Knight of Wands is somebody you've had in your life before, this is probably a repeat cycle and you're going to want to watch yourself. Even though there's major potential here, you already knew that with that person. And sometimes circumstances do change, but in this case, not for long. Versus if you have somebody new coming into your life, make sure ultimately, Scorpio, that they're single. Make sure that they are, how can I say this? Make sure that they are mature enough to handle all of that passionate fire energy that they have running through their veins. Sometimes when people are really in love, they become extremely intense, and with that card being in reverse, it basically says that they might not know how to have self-control or to really stick to something once they make that commitment. So I hope you guys enjoyed your reading. I know it had a lot of ups and downs, but you know, you guys represent Pluto. You're always going through some sort of change. But overall, I think you will end up in a good place. And not only that, but Scorpio, you could end up representing the King of Pentacles yourself by providing that security for your mate. And that's kind of the best ending overall. Even though it's an earth sign, I still can see that very much attached to you taking a different type of responsibility this month. So I hope you enjoyed your reading, Scorpio. Thank you so much for all your likes, comments, and subscribes. I can't wait to see what you guys have to say and what goes on in the month of January. I will be putting out astrology videos, which you guys should check out because they're much, much, much more detailed than tarot, and they really do help you come to definite answers instead of just the vibration. So hopefully you guys are willing to go down that path with me as well. But thank you guys, and I love you, and I will see you next month. Happy New Year.